Good morning, students. This is your zoology class and we are discussing the chapter Biomolecules. Okay, so in our last class we had discussed about the nitrogenous bases. So there are five nitrogenous bases. These are adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. Now before going to the next topic, first we have to know what are nucleic acids. So I think you have heard this term nucleic acid. Nucleic acid. So how many nucleic acids are there? So nucleic acids are of two types. One is DNA and RNA. Okay. So each is having 4 nitrogenous bases in them. So we have total 5 nitrogenous bases. Out of this, 4 are found in DNA and 4 in RNA. So the nitrogenous bases found in DNA are adenine, A for adenine, guanine, cytosine, C for cytosine and thymine. So these are the 4 nitrogenous bases which are found in DNA. And in RNA, the nitrogenous bases present are adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. Okay, so in place of thymine, so here uracil is present. So this is the main difference between DNA and RNA. Gom paisa? So nucleic acid term to ami agote paisu. So duta type of nucleic acid ase DNA aru RNA. So DNA sarita nitrogenous base thake. Hekita hoise adenine, guanine, cytosine aru thymine. RNA thoka nitrogenous base kita hoise adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. So yate thymine to replace kori pelai uracil to thake RNA. So etu hoise DNA aru RNA er major difference. Okay, now let's start the next topic of this chapter, biomolecule. So next is nucleosides. So what are nucleosides? These are the organic compounds formed when a pentose sugar is attached to a nitrogen base. So nitrogen base ki ami porhilu already. So when a pentose sugar is attached to a nitrogen base, jetia nitrogen base or logot eta pentose sugar log lagi thake, tetia tak nucleoside buli koy. Etia monot rakhiba, pentose sugar duta type ase. So there are two types of pentose sugar. PS for pentose sugar. So the pentose sugar found in DNA is different from that which is found in RNA. So DNA thoka pentose sugar or RNA thoka pentose sugar to beleg hoy. So accordingly these are known as deoxyribose and ribose. So ami DNA aru RNA er full form to janu. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. RNA ribonucleic acid. So yate DNA thoka pentose sugar to hoise deoxyribose sugar. Or RNA thoka pentose sugar to hoise ribose sugar. Monot rakhiba. So this is another difference. DNA aru RNA difference ami duta pai golu itial moi loge loge koi goisu. Eta hoise hiator nitrogenous base. Second to hoise hiator pentose sugar to jitu sugar thake hetu beleg beleg hoy. So jodi DNA hoy, nucleic acid to jodi DNA hoy, tetia nitrogen tar nucleoside to ki hobo? Ako repeating again, when the nucleoside is from DNA, then the pentose sugar present will be deoxyribose, and if it is RNA, then the pentose sugar will be ribose sugar, which is attached to the nitrogenous base. Okay? So nucleosides bilak hoise কিছুমান অৰ্গেনিক কম্পাউণ্ড হিহঁত কেনেকৈ গঠন হয় বা ফৰ্ম কেনেকৈ হয় যেতিয়া নাইট্ৰজেনাছ বেছৰ লগত পেণ্টোজ চুগাৰ লগ লাগি থাকে ওকে সো নিউক্লিওসাইডছবিলাকক কি বুলি কয় আমি নাইট্ৰজেনাছ বেছবিলাকক কি বুলি কৈছিলোঁ এডিনাইন গুৱানাইন সাইটোচিন থাইমাইন আৰু ইউৰাচিল এতিয়া নিউক্লিওসাইডছবিলাকক আমি কি কেনেকৈ কম এডিনোসাইন গুৱানোসাইন তাৰপিছত থাইমোসাইন বা থাইমিডাইন মই দুইটা বেলেগ বেলেগ ৰেফাৰেন্স বুকত বেলেগ বেলেগ পাবা থাইমিডাইন অৰ থাইমোসাইন দেন সাইটিডাইন দেন uridine adenosine guanosine thymidine or thymosine cytidine uridine okay so these are the nucleosides okay now we can write the general formula of nucleoside like this so nitrogenous base so here I am showing nitrogenous base plus pentose sugar it will give you the nucleoside okay now if the nucleoside is adenine because there are 5 nitrogenous bases so if the nitrogenous base is adenine then its nucleoside will be adenosine so its formula will be adenine plus pentose sugar it is adenosine for guanosine guanine plus pentose sugar so I am here writing in short PS for pentose sugar and B for nitrogenous bases and this is the nucleoside so accordingly in case of thymidine it will be T plus PS pentose sugar C plus PS pentose sugar uridine U plus PS is it clear so this is all about nucleoside this is the general formula of a nucleoside and these are the nucleosides of different nitrogenous bases okay now next is nucleotides so what are nucleotides nucleotides are basic units of nucleic acids so nucleic acid bilakor basic unit hoise nucleotide jeneke ami agote paisu je proteins bilakor basic unit ki hoy amino acids lipids or fatty acids and glycerol so here these are the basic units of nucleic acids or we can say these are the monomer of nucleic acids so nucleic acid it is a polymer so what is a polymer bilak ki hoy bahut bilak monomer so polymers are formed by joining the monomers okay poly means many so when some monomers unite and they form a complex structure these are known as polymers so here nucleotides are the monomer of nucleic acid now how a nucleotide is formed or we can say a nucleotide consists of a nitrogenous base a pentose sugar and a phosphate so it is composed of nitrogenous base plus pentose sugar plus a phosphate it is known as nucleotide. Or in simple words, we can say when a phosphate group is associated or linked with the nucleoside, it is known as nucleotide. Or we can write nucleoside plus phosphate group, phosphate, it is nucleotide. So nucleotides are the phosphorylated nucleosides. Here a phosphate group is esterified to the pentose sugar and nitrogenous bases. Phosphate group is associated with nucleoside or pentose sugar or nitrogenous base. So yet ami duta definition kobo paro nucleotides or eta hoise it is composed of nitrogenous base, pentose sugar or phosphate group eta. বা নিউক্লিওসাইডৰ লগত যেতিয়া ফসফেট গ্ৰুপ এটা লাগি থাকে তাক আমি নিউক্লিওটাইড বুলি কওঁ। এতিয়া নিউক্লিওসাইড বিলাকক আমি যেনেকৈ এডিনোসাইন, গুৱানোসাইন এনেকৈ কৈছিলোঁ, নিউক্লিওটাইডছ বিলাকক কয় এডিনাইলিক এসিড, গুৱানাইলিক এসিড, সাইটিডাইলিক এসিড, থাইমিডাইলিক এসিড, আৰু ইউৰিডাইলিক এসিড। ওকে, so ইহঁতক এডিনাইলিক এসিড, গুৱানাইলিক এসিড, সাইটিডাইলিক এসিড, থাইমিডাইলিক এসিড and ইউৰিডাইলিক এসিড বুলি কয়। So what is adenylate acid? Here the nitrogenous base will be, yet nitrogenous base to ki hobo adenine, pentose sugar plus phosphate. Similarly for guanylic acid the nitrogenous base will be, yes, it will be guanine, pentose sugar plus phosphate. And again remember, if the nucleotide is of DNA, then pentose sugar will be deoxyribose, and if it is RNA then it will be ribose sugar. So enake short question ahibo pare deoxy, so formula to suppose didibo for your competitive exam, so formula will be given and you have to choose or write the name of the pentose sugar. So if it is for DNA it will be deoxyribose, then if it is RNA it will be ribose sugar. Then for cytidyllic acid the formula will be, here nitrogenous base is cytosine plus pentose sugar plus phosphate group. For thymidyllic acid, thymine nitrogenous base, pentose sugar, phosphate group. Uridylic acid, uracil, if it is RNA, pentose sugar plus phosphate. So for DNA it will be thymidyllic acid, for RNA it is uridylic acid. In some reference book you will get PI, inorganic phosphate, so it also represents the phosphate group. Okay, now we will discuss the functions of nucleotides. So number 1, purine and pyrimidine nucleotides are the monomers forming nucleic acids. I have just mentioned. So nucleotides are the monomers of nucleic acids. Now what is the meaning of purine and pyrimidine nucleotides? So we already know what is purine and what is pyrimidine. So the purine consists of two nitrogenous bases, adenine and guanine, which are having two rings, and pyrimidine, it is having three nitrogenous bases, thymine, cytosine and uracil, which are single ringed heterocyclic compounds. So purine and pyrimidine nucleotides means the nucleotides of adenine nucleotides of the nitrogenous bases adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine and uracil. So the purine and pyrimidine nucleotides means adenylic acid, guanylic acid, cytoidylic acid, thymidyllic acid and uridylic acid. All are the monomers which form nucleic acid. Second is higher nucleotides store energy in their high energy phosphate bonds. Now higher nucleotides means the nucleotides with more than one phosphate group. যিবিলাক নিউক্লিওটাইডছত এটাতকে বেছি ফসফেট গ্ৰুপ থাকে সেইবিলাকক হায়াৰ নিউক্লিওটাইডছ বুলি কয় সো হায়াৰ নিউক্লিওটাইডছ বিলাকে কি কৰে হিয়তে হাই এনাৰ্জি ফসফেট বন্ড বিলাকত এনাৰ্জিটো ষ্ট'ৰ কৰি ৰাখে okay so these are the functions of nucleotides so students just go through this and if you have any confusion in this portion, then don't hesitate to ask me, clear it immediately, okay? Thank you.